This video is brought to you by Comstar, your friendly communications network for all in your sphere.
Hey, this is Shiro. I'll be going over the spider for the mech ranking video for this week, or at least Wednesday. So let's get in. It is a 30-ton battle mech. It has 112 points of armor, 111 points of structure. It has a damage alpha of 10. It has a damage per second of 2. Its weapons heat per second is 0.9. Cooling is 1. It has a alpha heat of 4.5, and it is able to handle up to 40, so it won't overheat very easily. It has jump jets on board, which make it go up to 87 meters. Speed is 120 kilometers an hour. Weapon range is 540, and sensor range is 800. It has the no eject perk. This mech has a no eject system. The pilot has a minimum chance to survive the mech goes down. So this is a unique one. I haven't seen on very many of them, and this one can cause you to lose pilots. This is why I do not like using spiders. It has the easy to maintain, which means it's just all of its things just drop 20% for armor rate cost and all that. And it's got the nimble jumper, so it is good at jumping. It has 6. I take that back. It has 8 jump jets on each. 4 in each torso. It has 2 medium lasers. And it has a 240 engine with 1 extra heatsink because it needs it. So, nothing really special about this version. Simple mech. Pretty good. Now we're going to get into the 5K version. The 5K version is practically the same. It's got the same 112 armor, 111 structure. It has a alpha damage of 8, and it has a damage per second of 4. So a little bit better there. It has a weapons heat at 0.45, and it has a cooling of 1. It has an alpha heat of 2.25, and it maintains the same heat base. No, it actually does lower a little bit. It's got a 74 in jump meters, and it has a speed of 129 kilometers an hour. Weapons range is 540, and its sensor, same quirks that the other one has. This is the 5K version, which means it has 2 machine guns, 1 medium laser, and for the machine guns, it's got a ton of ammunition for both of them, and it has 6 jump jets, and it still contains that 1 extra heatsink. So, the 5K, not the best. For me, it feels a little lackluster in its delivery. So the 5K, I would say, is not the greatest variation, but we still have one more variation to go over. So this one is actually going to be a quick video, and the reason why is because I'm trying something a little different with these videos, each one, and adding more mechs in, but kind of just going over them, a quick overview of them. So hopefully this works as well. Be a little bit quicker, and it's a little easier for me to put them all together instead of trying to do one version at a time. That's where I was really starting to fucking hate my life. So, we are now going into the Spider 5D variation. Its armor is the same, its structure is the same, its alpha damage is different though. It has a 7. It has a damage per second of 3. It has a weapons heat of 0.85 and its cooling is 1. Alpha damage is at 2.65. Maintains the same heat. It has an 87 in jump. And it's 129 kilometers. And its weapons range is 40 meters or 540 meters with an 800 with sensor. It also maintains the same quirks as the other two, but the difference between this one and the other two is the fact that it has a flamer instead of a medium laser. And a flamer is a weight of 1 ton. Its damage is 2 per second. Its heat damage is 0.5, so it does heat damage, and its heat is 0.4 seconds. Its optimum range is 90 meters, and its maximum range is 90 meters. So again, the 5D, also a very lackluster mech. And it's not that I don't like these mechs, it's just I find these two variants lackluster. So, the 5K and the 5D are lackluster to me because they don't have the same type of weapon systems, and they don't have the firepower, in my opinion. Flamers are good if you have a lot of them and you can make sure you're overheating enemies. But the problem is, if it's only one flamer, it's really good against infantry. But when it comes to other mechs, it's not going to be as effective. Machine guns are the same way. The 5K and the 5D are more infantry specified and not mech specified. The 5V, on the other hand, is a little bit more of an attack on a mech. Mostly lights. It can fight against lights. They do have their melee attacks, but overall, the 5V, the 5K, and the 5D, as mechs, they're not bad. They're good at getting around the battlefield, especially in terrain that really uses their jump jets, and they're good at harassing. But if I'm ranking them, the 5V is going to be a little bit higher in my books, especially in this game, because you're fighting mostly mechs. You're not really fighting a lot of tanks. You're still fighting a lot of tanks, but you're not really fighting infantry unless you have the mod. So, in my opinion, the 5V gets a 5. The other two get a 3. They're not very strong. They're good harassers, but because of the no eject perk, that's a big one in this game. You will lose warriors in this mech, and that is the problem. To me, that is the biggest problem with this mech, is you will lose. If it had the difficulty to eject perk, I wouldn't be as bad on it. But because it has a no eject perk, it's kind of a lackluster mech, and I don't think it will ever be a good one. So, if you like the Spider, which there are people that do, I'm not going to say there isn't, but on a personal note, they are lackluster mechs. They're not very well armed, and they're not very Now, there is one variant that I want to get into when I do the RCX variations, and I'm going to do them all together because they all have different perks and they're all a part of the same set. So, when I get to that, I want to go over them all of them together because they're an interesting specimen for the mechs. Because they use the light engines and everything else. They use the extra light engines, which makes them suffer. But as a group of mechs, they work very well together, and I've seen them work very well together. They have some more hard points, and they're a little bit better than their normal counterparts. So I do want to go over those, but this was on the Spider, which is not a bad mech. It's not the worst mech. But to me, it's kind of down there with the Flea. To me, the Flea is not a very good mech. And these are kind of down there as well. To be honest, for a 30 tonner, and I'm seeing 25 tonners be slower but be more powerful, like the Commando, I have to say that this is a lackluster mech. I'd say the Commando is actually a better mech, and I may actually go over the Commando next because of what I just said. So I'll catch you all later next time. Thanks for hanging out with me and just being here. All I ask is that you take a chance with my. I'm not the best person for this stuff. I love the Mech Warrior series and I love the BattleTech series, so I do these videos. Sorry I haven't come up with character mechs yet. I'm still thinking on who to use. So, like I said, I think South Park is something I'm planning on using. Karno Kyokai, maybe Fate, and there's some other shows that I could think of that I like. If you know of any shows that would be interesting mechs, bring it on. I can challenge myself, and so I think a lot of these are just going to be fun. But overall, the rec ranking is still going to be a part of my channel. But I'm trying to do it differently. I'm trying to put more of the mechs together to make it extended. So I'll catch you all next time.
This video was produced by Comstar.